everyone, and welcome to another edition of Volcano Bay Construction Update. My name is Jim from WildGravityTravels.com, and we're starting off on Turkey Lake Road once again this week. Taking a look here first at Krakatoa Mountain. One of the big stories coming out is the slides are being uncovered all over the place. First of all, these are two of the Ko'okiri body plunge slides that come out of the capsules, come out of the top platform here. As we take a look at that platform and those stairs, we can see more workers still there, working out all the details there. Crane moving right into our shot right now. And we can see the capsules up there just a little bit, kind of in the shadows right now. But you can see all the steps being worked on, all the stairs going up to those platforms. And it looks like that crane is actually carrying a tree across. Oh, it's a different vehicle a little closer to us, carrying a tree across. But there again, you can see those slides are now uncovered. As we continue to walk down the pathway, we're going to check out a couple more little details from this side, and then we've got some other cool details to show you up ahead. One thing we've noticed is there's a few more infrastructure style things going up. We got this lighting pole for support structure as well. Several lighting poles we showed you quite a few weeks ago. A lot of people think that was new in the past couple weeks. It's actually been around. They've been around for a few weeks now. Here over, as we walk, get a good view of Meku and Puhi, the two slides here. The yellow slide being the saucer slide, Maku or Meku, M-A-K-U. And the slide at the back there with the little funnels actually went up first. That's Puhi, P-U-I-H-I. Again, as I've said from the very beginning, not really the best at pronouncing these words. They're all Polynesian words, or, you know, South Pacific Island words, however you want to view it. So here, as we get a closer up look, here's Taniwha Tubes. These are the first 4 slides that went up at Volcano Bay, and we saw those supports go up first and quickly. This slide again was the first one up. The slide tower went up and the slides went right with it. So really exciting there. We have a purple roof here, which we did see last week. I don't think I mentioned it. Probably the sun's reflection not showing its color. We'll see it a little later on in the video, probably from Cabana Bay. So we're going to keep on walking on down past the pump and water heating houses, or water heater building to keep the water heated at the park. And we'll check out what details we can see on the other side. Coming up, stay tuned. So it looks like that wall we showed you last week here next to the water coaster is actually a gate. And through that gate we can actually see several details, one of which is a tiki head right here, expected to be along the main pathway in the park. Another thing we noticed is the directional signage. It's going to be hard to see with the gate in the way right here. But we're going to walk on down the pathway and see if we can get a side angle of that in just a moment. But this is a directional sign pointing to all the different slides at Volcano Bay. As we pull back out and look at Krakatoa Mountain once again, you see some of those tubes are uncovered. We do have one tube that still does have its plastic on it. Looks to be a blue slide, part of the Ko'okiri body plunge coming out of Krakatoa Mountain. So we're going to go on down the pathway here. And as we do, hopefully we'll get a look. Yeah, here's going to be a better look at that directional signage as soon as I zoom in for you guys. And as soon as this big truck passes us. So there you go, there's a look at the directional signage next to the water coaster. So likely this is an exit area or a main pathway area for the water park, as we see the directional signs right there through the gate. And again, that's next to the water coaster, which is right here. It appears that most of the slides have finished their testing. We haven't seen any movement in the testing. It looks like a lot of the details work, obviously, going in place now. With the water park just 19 days away from opening at the time I'm taking this video, which is May 6th. Today is May 6th that this is being recorded, hopefully also being posted. So lots of details to check out. Again, just really cool. We can kind of see what the directional signs say. I'll have a better still picture of that in the post linked to this video. So as we come on down a little more, we can actually see 2 of the sea creatures that top Runamukka Reef, which is this fish that we kind of see the backside of him, but we can see his yellow fin there, blue body, and then we see that octopus still Not sure if he's complete yet or not. He may have more vinyls to be added, but we can see his little head there now, kind of a tealish green color. And we see a lot more of Runamukka Reef being uncovered. We'll check out more of that once we get to Cabana Bay as well. So a lot of the slides just being uncovered. Again, that one is not uncovered yet. Looks like they're in the process of uncovering a lot of the Krakatoa Aqua Coaster slide, which is this green tube here with still a partial white tarp on it. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at Honu and Aiko Moana. So really quick here from Honu and Aiko Moana, more focusing on the blue slide here, Honu. We've seen the interesting development over the past week that a piece of Honu has been removed. A piece of the actual part of the half pipe, the lower half pipe of the slide has been removed. We'll be taking a look at this a little bit more at the Cabana Bay Resort from the window there, where we always get a great view of this, but definitely an interesting development with, again, the park just being 19 days away from opening, and now they've deassembled a slide, partially deassembled it no less, but there must be some sort of issue for removing that piece this late in the process.
So picking up right where we left off, we can see that deassembled portion of Honu where it's been taken off. You can see the missing pieces, and then down here on the ground you can see those pieces sitting there. Next to it we see some sort of wiring, lots of wiring piled up. So they are probably working on a lot of electrical stuff still at the park. That could also be Ethernet cable, I'm not really sure on that. So here again, just a look at Honu as we see it now disassembled, something we haven't seen since, oh, probably February at the very least. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the whole park from Cabana Bay Hotel. Stay tuned. So as we take a look at the shuttle lane where guests will be dropped off, we can see these buildings have come along a little more with wood structure, and then we have a steel structured building over here. We do see one bus sitting here right now that is shuttling Volcano Bay team members from the main garage to the park entrance area. And speaking of the park entrance, here is our look at that. Right over here we have not a whole lot new development since last week. There we see that theming piece again that we showed you last week. Not a whole lot else to see here at the entrance. We're going to go down to the end of the hallway, and then we'll conclude with our wide angle shot coming up. Stay tuned. Here a little closer to the entrance area we can see a pathway coming into that newer building or newer rooftop structure there coming into place. So that's pretty much the developments from the entrance. As we look over here though, we can see the wave pool looking vastly different. If you look through the trees there in that concrete, and then right here is where the waves will come out of for Krakatoa Mountain's wave pool, which is below there. We can see the capsule area up there, sort of, I guess it's kind of blocked. So we'll take a look at that from the main window. Not a whole lot else to see here. We can see the slides have been uncovered here as well. We have another blue and green slide. That's probably the finishing of the same ones we saw on the other side from Turkey Lake Road. So again, the big story here is the wave pool, and we can see some of those loungers we showed you last week as well. Looking at the main area of Volcano Bay now, we see something really cool. This capsule right here actually has water running down the body slide tube. That's the Koikiri body. So we can see the water coming down through that clear tube. So that is a clear tube. You'll be able to watch people fall from that high all the way down. And the slide does come out right here beyond this building. Speaking of those buildings, we have one that's gotten some color and some thatch work. Looking over to Runamukka Reef, again, a lot more stuff being uncovered. We can see that octopus there. We can see this fish here that we saw from Turkey Lake Road. And beyond that we see the Krakatoa Aqua Coaster. Not a whole lot new going on over there, though we do see workers on that platform as well. As we pull back out, we look over here. These loungers that were stacked up last week are now all spread out, ready to go. Looks like we have tables and chairs everywhere. They're all spread out in this area, and that is at the entrance to the wave pool area, which is right here. As we pull out, this is a look at Volcano Bay and its current progress with just 19 days to go, and that'll wrap up our latest update on the park. My name is Jim from WildGravityTravels.com. For more, be sure to check out our social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course YouTube. Have a great week ahead, everybody, and we will see you at the park.